Do you love power moves and tricks? Good. Then I bet you have to work on your musicality. What's up, y'all? This is your man, Coach Sambo.
And give me 5 motherfucking push-ups.
And for all those who know me already, you're in for a very big surprise today because I'm not here with another power move or trick tutorial. I'm here with a video on musicality. That's right. After tons of power move and trick tutorials, a musicality tutorial. And I'm not sure if this is the first musicality video out there, but I bet nobody will explain you musicality in b-boying as I will in this video. And I'm gonna be really honest with you guys, musicality, that's the real deal. It's the source and probably the reason you started breaking. You know, because sometimes when you listen to music, you just catch that groove and it just makes you want to move, and you know. So when it comes to freestyle dancing, musicality is something that's really underrated when it comes to teaching the dance. And this goes for any style of dance. But especially for us b-boys and b-girls, musicality is one of the things that separates us from trickers, stunt performers, and all these kind of athletes. Music can create the craziest moment just out of the blue if interpreted the right way. It can also help you find more motivation, creativity, and passion for what you're doing, dancing. So let me just start out by saying that this is not a top rock tutorial. Although this video could help you bring your top rocks to the next level, I will not be explaining any kind of steps, patterns, choreography, or moves. Musicality development tips and concepts only. And there's more than enough top rock tutorials for you to find on the YouTube. So do that if you want to learn new top rock steps. However, if you want to learn power move combos and tricks, then just head on over to my YouTube channel because I have tons and tons of quality tutorials for you guys. And if you realize that this is the best YouTube channel for your breaking tips, then just hit the subscribe button right there and the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of the latest videos that I will be uploading on this YouTube channel. Besides that, if you want to book me personally for workshops, classes, judging, or even battling, or you want to book some battle droids, then just DM me or just head on over to my website. Alright, so before starting, I just want to say that you can interpret music however you want, besides all of these concepts and tips that I will be giving you in this video. And as a dancer, you should be completely free to change, learn, and enjoy anything that could help you in your dance career. I just hope you learn a lot from this video, and I hope to see you rock the beat someday. And then just don't forget to hit that like button right there to support your coach right here, making you the next BC1 champ. So let's start with the first tip right here, pre-build-up moments. So the DJ just dropped the track, and you hear the melody or some kind of intro, but the beat hasn't dropped yet. This is a really common mistake, as a lot of people start to do their top rocks before the beat is actually dropping. This is very common with beginners. So hold your top rock until you hear the beat drop. However, when the build-up is busy, you're free to do whatever you want. Taking the music in, or just bouncing and building up your energy. Maybe just look at your opponent, start calling him out, but just hold your top rocks and your moves until the beat drops. Also, something I have to add right here is, of course, when the music stops, you stop.
Nigga really wanna stop.
But I bet you probably already knew that. But still, I had to add it to this video to make this the best motherfucking tutorial on musicality ever. So before moving into musicality concepts, I'm gonna give you certain tools you can use to work with. These tools will be simple moves you can actually use to apply the concepts I will be sharing with you in this video. The first tool is the easiest one. It's simply bouncing and feeling the music. The second tool are stances and poses. The third tool is any kind of basic top rock. The fourth one is burns and hand gestures and storytelling. And the fifth one can be anything you want, from hops to footwork to full rounds, or maybe just everything gathered together if you have enough experience. And just to be clear on this, you can actually apply anything you want to these concepts, but I'm just giving you something easy to work with so you can build up and then just do your own thing. Because at the end of the day, when you're using all of this in battle, you should be able to apply it in any type of situation with any type of move. And that demands a lot of knowledge and experience. So here we go, guys, take it all in. So moving into our first musicality concept, we're just gonna start with the basic rhythm. And musicians use one of these metronomes right here to keep the rhythm of the song they're playing. So the rhythm is basically just like the speed or the pace of your track or song or melody or whatever. This can already be determined by one sound just repeating itself. And to help me explain this to you guys, I'm just gonna use a program really quick on my computer called Logic Pro. Usually to create a hip hop beat or a break beat, you need two sounds, the kick and the snare. Once you hear your kick or your snare, you can determine how fast your track is, and that pace is the rhythm of the song.
Great Scott.
And this is the perfect first step for beginners to work on their connection with the music, aka musicality. So once you know the rhythm and feel the rhythm, you can start trying this out with the first tool, bouncing on the beat. And some of you b-boys out there are like,
what the is this beginner right here?
But chill out, bro.
The good is coming. I just have to explain this because there are probably a lot of beginners that are watching this video. Also, you can use this information you have right now to teach your students how to feel rhythm and how to understand music. And now you can start practicing the rhythm with our second tool, stances and poses. And now with basic top rock, and then maybe a few hand gestures and burns, and then whatever you want. So once we have a good rhythm, we can start to zoom in and listen to a few more details, because break beats are actually beats that are a little cut up. They start to use what we call end counts, counts that are between counts. And by using your tools on your end counts, you're gonna make your dance a little more complex. But when doing this correctly, you connect perfectly to the beat that has been created and the sounds that are being projected throughout the track you're listening to, boosting up how detailed you are listening to your music. And then we have what we call the one. When counting music as a dancer, we usually count from 1 to 8. That's how long a drum section usually is before it gets looped. That one count that starts the whole drum sequence usually is a heavy kick and carries more weight than other counts. Ideal for ending build-ups and executing freezes or burns. Also, using the one to execute transitions, slides, or basic steps can add up to extra points if used correctly. Dancers that always hit the one usually have a really good rhythm and a really good musicality. Try and always hit your one when dancing, but don't overdo it in a cheesy way. You don't want to be giving or hitting air chairs with every one. Because then you'll just become too predictable, and that's pretty boring. Choose the big ones you want to hit wisely, and then try and use the one in a subtle way, so we can enjoy your dance. And in some tracks, the beat just stops completely, or it changes style, creating a new section or build up. These changes in songs usually also happen on the one. And when these sections or build-ups reach their climax, that moment the beat falls back in, it's also usually on the one. And of course, some beat makers or musicians play with their creations and vary the beat drops, placing it on other moments. But usually these things start and finish on a one. But what I'm actually trying to say here is use the different sections of the music in combo with the one to project your craft and raise the value of what you're doing. And to raise the value of your one even more, you have to learn how to prep yourself wisely on the count that falls before the one, the 8. Prepping your 8 and setting yourself up for that one is a tip I believe you will only find with Coach Sambo.
Kinda weird, huh? The guy that was doing the power move tutorials?
Setting up for your one is the way to maximize the effect and cleanliness of whatever you're doing on the one, showing complete control over your craft without rushing and trying to hit that one on time. That's why, to be honest with you guys, the 8 is as important as the one. And I just want to remind you guys that when you're working on musicality, you want to stay as calm as you can. This will help you get in tune with the music, so you don't overdo or rush your one. And some tracks are gonna push you to your limit, but just stay calm, G. Also, something that is very common amongst breakbeats are accents. This usually hits on the one, and sometimes the 5 is added on top of that. Like with this track that every b-boy probably knows. That's an accent on your one. Like if you miss that, then you're probably deaf or something. But watch out, because there's a lot of music out there and not every accent on every track hits the one. Every track is completely different, as the repeating accent might just hit on a 3 with every loop.
You never know.
And some tracks might just have more than one accent, so that's why you need to have a good ear. Like this random track, for example, where the accents hit on a 2 and a 6 and. And And don't forget, if you're dancing to a track with these kinds of accents, that you still have your one above that. And of course, the rhythm of the track. And that's why you need a really good experience to channel all of this into your movements. The next concept is going to be breaking down the different layers of your music. Picking out some of the instruments or layers in your music and dancing on that specific layer can make a huge difference in your musicality, as it is a more detailed and refined way of hitting your music. And I got surprised a lot of times this way because some dancers would just dance on a certain sound that I didn't actually hear until they started dancing on it, and basically just blowing your brains out. So let's head out to Logic Pro right here really quick, and let's look at this random track right here. All right, so this is what it sounds like. So now let's separate the layers really quick and listen to each sound individually. And now we can actually really listen to what this song is actually providing for us to dance to. And a really good exercise is applying the tools I've given you in the beginning of this video, picking out one of the layers and applying these tools to just one of those layers. And be precise. If the layer you are dancing to stops, you stop. So whatever instrument you are dancing to becomes visually crystal clear when you're dancing. Then with a little experience and a little practice, and especially a good ear, you should be actually free to dance on whatever layer you want to, with whatever you want. Boosting up details in your musicality and pushing you towards infinite options to create your moment when you are dancing on the floor. And for this, I just want to add that you really have to believe in yourself and really feel whatever speaks to you when listening to a track. Do not look at your favorite dancers or b-boys. Although it might be inspiring, there's more in you than you can ever imagine. Practice all of this with the tools I've provided you in the beginning of this video, and transition from layer to layer at your own ease until you basically start surfing the music. You really have to exercise this a lot, because performing like this under a lot of pressure and a lot of people watching is really hard, especially if the DJ gives you some crappy music. Your experience level has to be quite developed by the time you start to battle and compete like this. And a really good tip for this is really letting go of whatever people might think of you. This is the key to success. And people will always have an opinion, but their opinion never affects the way you listen to the music in a positive way. So the less you care about opinions, the better. And the next musicality concept is going to be lyrics or voice. And for me at the moment, there are three ways of hitting your lyrics. And the first one is my personal favorite. Knowing the lyrics so well that you can interpret whatever is being said and translate that into movement and or gestures, amplifying what is being said in the music through your dance.
Simply just a leader. Bass in the space means peace, see you later.
Boosting up your freestyle skills, music knowledge, and musicality. And it's really rare to see someone eat the lyrics up, but it's one of my favorite forms of musicality.
And we got the goods here. Never on the left, cause my right's my good ear.
And let me just add that language, preferably English, is a key element to master if you really want to be good at this.
So if you don't speak the English, then maybe you can find a tutorial on the YouTube you can learn. Yes.
The second form of lyrical musicality is the pace or the rhythm of what is being said. MCs or singers who are performing a verse apply certain rhythms and pace to their craft. Just like finding and matching yourself to a rhythm of a beat, you can also match the pace and the speed of your moves to what is being spoken in the track, regardless of what is being said in the lyrics themselves. The third form of lyrical musicality is something that is not only applicable with lyrics, but also with most instrument layers: the mood and the energy. Try and set a scene and feel the emotion behind a certain track, instrument, or layer. And usually there is some type of mood or energy when listening to a track.
Palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, this vomit.
Something that is also called the vibe of a track. And this mood, vibe, feel can be
Happy,
heroic,
Dark.
sad,
funny,
Mysterious. Robotic.
and picking up the mood, energy, or vibe of a track, layer, or instrument, or even just one single sound will help you set the scene and dominate your floor. And for this, you have to connect to your emotions that are connected to the music. Being able to perform your dance this way will obviously get you higher scores when it comes to personality, because obviously you're not dancing like a robot.
Don't throw up, hold your liquor, grow up. If you're robbing, we gon' show you how to blow up.
And believe me, a lot of b-boys and b-girls really have a hard time connecting to music in a deeper way, because by doing this, you're showing emotion. And if you don't do this, you show no emotion, just like a robot. And we all know that robots do not have emotions, or do they? And moving on to the next tip and concept, that is the tone or the intensity of the instrument or music layer that is at your disposal, like high and low notes, for example. Visually bringing high and low notes into picture while dancing is again one of these personal tips that you will find nowhere and will obviously boost your musicality up to this higher level. For example, in this sample right here, you can clearly hear the tone go up and down from note to note. So what I could do is also switch from high and low positions, matching the high and low notes that is being played within this sample. Again, another form of musicality that you can use that's completely at your disposal with any track. Playing with this form of musicality is something that's really, really rare. And I believe most b-boys never even thought about it. And that's why Coach Sambo,
Your online b-boy coach,
is right here, sharing with you these secrets of life. And besides high and low tones, you also have to be able to recognize and project the intensity of certain instruments and or music layers when an instrument is being played softly. Or when someone is just bashing their instrument. This kind of intensity has to be projected throughout your dance. The same as the duration of your note or sound. When a track is providing you with short hits, you should pick that up and project it in your dance. And the same the other way around. If you hit long notes, then your movement should be
Longer.
depending on the layer that you are dancing to, of course. And don't forget to work on all of this at your ease by using the tools I have provided you with in the beginning of this video. And last but definitely not least, the person that makes it all possible, that one guy behind the ones and twos, it's the DJ, of course. Now before heading over to the details of the DJ, I bet you're kind of surprised I made this tutorial, right? Well, if you appreciate the work I'm doing right here, just don't forget to hit the like button down there and leave a random comment so you can help your brother out right here, rank his YouTube channel all the way up to #1, because I'm literally giving you my secrets to life that I have learned over the last 20 years. So any support from you guys is more than welcome. And I know you're sitting behind your computer or phone or iPad right now thinking, oh, my like or my comment won't make a difference. But imagine 5,000 people thinking that way. I'm losing 5,000 likes and 5,000 comments.
so help your coach out.
Also, don't forget, I have tons and tons and tons of high quality tutorials that are available for you guys on my YouTube channel. Besides that, I show videos on how to coach kids for all the people that would be teaching out there. Also, I do love to make funny b-boy content. So check some of these videos out. I'm sure you'll love them. All right, so the DJ. A DJ can literally save your life, especially if he plays that one track at the right moment. But a DJ can also ruin your day. And an experienced b-boy DJ will and can provide you with beat juggles, scratches, and all types of things that usually build up to your one. Of course, we just did a whole thing about the one earlier on in the video, right? A good connection between you and the DJ will definitely help you out to build up the vibe in the moment you're creating. Also, I just want to add here that if you want to become a real battle cat and climb the ladder of competition, you need to know your DJ. So look up who will be the DJ at the next jam you're attending and get to know his or her playlist. B-boys and B-girls that are currently climbing up the ladder of competition are doing this. Even though they might not say it or admit it, people are preparing themselves for battle the best they can. And like super experienced b-boys and b-girls are just surrounded by the same DJs week after week after week, surrounding themselves day in and day out with these DJs and their playlists, giving them major advantage in battle as they know the music and will be more at ease letting themselves go and surfing the wave of musicality. Also, I recommend you guys looking up documentaries about DJing just so you can understand DJs better, because of course these are the people that are providing us with the music when we dance. So know your shit. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys learned a lot from this musicality video. Don't forget to give me
5 motherfucking push-ups
so you can take yourself to that next level. This is your man, Coach Sambo, your online b-boy coach. And never forget, at the end of the day, when you think about it, It's just all about that b-boy shit.